We're just wrapping up a family trip in the desert and wanted to share a little bit about where we went, some of the cool sites, so that you could maybe follow along on a trip yourself. The four of us in our family, we flew from Denver to Las Vegas and picked up our camper van Trisha, which was at our Vegas location. And then we did a night in Las Vegas itself and stayed at the Excalibur. We went to the Tournament of Kings show with the kids, which was like a medieval times show that was really fun. Then the next day we went grocery shopping. Victoria had planned out all of our meals ahead of time. And then we hit the road heading south towards the Joshua Tree area. We did a first night kind of in a BLM dispersed area to the north of Joshua Tree National Park. That was on New Year's Eve. We got our own fireworks show that happened there. From there, we headed over towards Palm Springs, which is a really fun area. Loved the scenery, the parks, and the vegetation. We found a cool hike in these palm canyons where you're just hiking through these really tall trees. It looks like you're something from Dr. Seuss book. We did a dinner in town, and then we stayed at an RV park. Next, we headed to Joshua Tree, which is a spot we had never been to, and went into the national park and saw some really fun cholla cactus, which are kind of called the teddy bear cactus. They look fuzzy, don't touch them. Then we got to explore those Joshua trees themselves. They were really neat. They look also, again, kind of like a Dr. Seuss character. There was just a ton of rock scrambling that we did. The kids had a lot of fun playing around on these granite domes and rock crawling and bouldering a little bit. We had unbelievable sunsets. The stars at night were really spectacular. It was a really neat place to be. After the couple nights in Joshua Tree, we headed back to Las Vegas and dropped our van off at our location. And then we did another night on the Strip and saw a magic comedy show. And then we went over to the fountains at the Bellagio. It was a neat kind of way to wrap up the trip and get cleaned up. So kind of what the van offered us was a really comfortable place to be for a road trip like this. It was cold at night. We had the heater on. We also loved how compact this van is. It's really easy to park in the campsites or at parking lots. We saw a lot of big RVs that were like, the Cruise America stuff that couldn't park in a lot of the parking lots that we could. We had all of our meals with us. And so we were having lunch in trailheads and could kind of eat whenever we needed to. These vans are incredibly comfortable. The kids slept awesome. They love being up in the pop top here. We slept great in the back. It's like you having your own hotel. You sleep as well, you're as comfortable. But then when you roll outside, you're right at the trailhead. You didn't spend an hour driving from out of the park back into the park. And it just gave us a lot of flexibility in our trip and pace, and we could decide to stay longer at this place or not. So it's just an incredible way to go experience the Southwest in a van.